Among the most closely examined economic systems in 2025, the Nordic model stands out for its combination of high living standards, social cohesion, and strong public institutions. Countries like Sweden, Norway, Denmark, and Finland consistently appear near the top of global rankings for both economic output and social mobility. Their approach is defined by a comprehensive welfare state, progressive taxation, and a commitment to reducing inequality, all within the framework of a market economy. Central to the Nordic model is a tax system that funds extensive public services. Taxes account for a significant share of GDP, supporting universal healthcare, tuition-free higher education, and robust parental leave. These policies underpin a high level of social protection and have been linked by the OECD to better work-life balance and overall living standards compared to many other advanced economies. Citizens benefit from reliable access to health and education, while parents receive support that allows for greater participation in the workforce. Income and wealth inequality in the Nordic region remain markedly lower than the global average. While the world's wealthiest 10% control nearly half of all wealth, and the top 1% in countries like the United States hold over 70%, Nordic countries distribute resources more broadly. This is largely due to progressive income taxes and strong redistributive policies. The result is a society where the bottom half of the population holds a substantially larger share of wealth than in most other developed nations. This economic equality also correlates with low crime rates and high levels of public trust, as noted in recent peace and welfare indices. Despite these strengths, the model is not without challenges. Demographic change has put pressure on public pension systems. The ratio of working-age citizens to retirees has declined steadily, raising concerns about the sustainability of pay-as-you-go pension schemes. In response, governments have incrementally raised retirement ages and introduced means testing for higher earners. These adjustments help maintain fiscal stability, but have sparked debate about whether the original universalism of the model is being eroded. The Nordic labor market is shaped by strong unions and collective bargaining. Worker representation on corporate boards is a well-established feature, giving employees a formal voice in company decisions. This structure has moderated executive pay growth and contributed to a sense of shared responsibility within organizations. At the same time, Nordic companies remain competitive internationally, with profitability and productivity metrics comparable to or exceeding those elsewhere in Europe. Automation and technological change have brought mixed results. In manufacturing, union agreements have slowed job losses relative to global averages, but the service sector, where unions are less influential, has seen faster adoption of labor-saving technology. Governments have responded with active labor market policies, funding retraining programs for displaced workers. However, participation rates in these programs have declined as skill requirements shift more rapidly than educational systems can adapt. Housing affordability has become a growing concern, especially in major cities. Even after policy interventions, average housing costs now account for about 40% of median income in urban areas. Market forces continue to drive prices higher, and while homeownership rates remain high, younger households face increasing barriers to entry. Efforts to stabilize the market through stricter lending standards have had only limited effect. On the environmental front, the Nordic countries continue to lead in renewable energy adoption and carbon reduction, with some of the world's highest carbon taxes and a strong focus on infrastructure investment. These nations have achieved a significant share of their energy mix from renewables. This policy environment has supported the growth of clean technology sectors, though energy-intensive industries sometimes struggle to compete with lower-cost producers abroad. Education remains a cornerstone of the model. Free university access and student stipends have produced high tertiary completion rates, supplying the labor market with a skilled workforce. However, recent years have seen a decline in international student applications, raising questions about the region's ability to attract global talent as migration patterns shift. Integration of immigrants continues to be a focus. Employment rates for second-generation immigrants have improved, though wage gaps persist. Targeted job placement and training programs have helped reduce unemployment, but underemployment remains an issue for many newcomers. External pressures, including shifts in global trade policy and rising protectionism among major trading partners, present new risks for these export-oriented economies. Nordic governments have responded by seeking closer cooperation within the European Union, aiming to secure market access and buffer against external shocks.